Hello there, vinyl community. It's Jacob coming to you from the Dallas Open Micer YouTube channel. What I've got for you here in this video are some record store day finds. I been planning on heading out to Josie Records in Dallas for record store day, and while on my way I thought, hey, I'll pass by Half Price Books and see what they have. One of the Half Price bookstores along the way had been one I hadn't been to in a while. So I thought, you know what, I'll pull off the freeway and see what they got. As you may know, Half Price Books does not participate in Record Store Day, and there will be no Record Store Day releases in this video. So if those are what you're looking for, you know, I don't mind if you make a swift exit now. But for those of you who are thinking, hey, I've seen enough of that same Record Store Day stuff, maybe I could see what else was out there being overlooked by people shopping on Record Store Day. So whatever cool record store releases were out there, Record Store Day releases, these are some cool things that well, were still available to buy for cheap after 1 p.m. on a rainy Saturday in Dallas. The most expensive record, I had one of these records cost more than $10. Well, let's see what I found. Here's a record. Oops, I've been looking for a while out in the wild. A Duke Ellington soundtrack on Columbia. It's a 6i. Wonderful. Found this in the soundtrack section. Now, same spot I found a 1970s press of the Alfie soundtrack for a very reasonable price about a year or so ago. So can't neglect the soundtracks, because sometimes there's some pretty tasty treats hiding in there for very reasonable prices. So here's the record I paid over $10 for. Now this is a very nice copy. It might be an upgrade copy for me. And if I see this out there cheap or digging at a garage sale or a thrift store or something, there's no reason to pass this one up. This has gotten a cool status in the past few years, so it's getting harder and harder to find. So it's always fun. You can pass those along to somebody that's you know, starting a record collection, and it's a nice little treat for that person. A very clean living stereo with the 1950s sci-fi cheesecake cover. It looked like there was quite a bad needle drop on track 1, side 1, that was discouraging, but it played through without me hearing any you know, distracting scratchy noises, and the rest of the record was absolutely spotless. You can see the cover held up quite well over the years. It's a decorative lady out in space. Got a bit of a problem with the split seam here, but oh, this record was just about as flawless as you can get for an old Tops bargain. Good old saxophone rock and roll, and it's a top loader. Some very cheap heat. It's a joy to play that one. I've given some of these a spin. I was in a bit of a jazz guitar mood, so I thought I'd go for this one here. This is my first record from the Howard Roberts Quartet. It was nice. It didn't blow me away on any of the needle drops, but I think it'll be a satisfying listen. Here was a cheap, slightly priced slightly higher than a clearance bin record. I thought, you know, I'd give this one a try. Some saxophone gospel. A very cheap living stereo. Ella in Berlin. This one is a stereo pressing. The copy I have is mono or hi-fi pressing. This one says hi-fi and stereo, very clean. Although it does have some thumbprints, fingerprints on here. Those can be hard to get out. If anybody has any good tips of on how to remove ancient thumbprints, you can drop a comment below. You know, this one appeared to come from the same collection as that Ella Fitzgerald record, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna roll the dice on this one. Ethel Ennis, 1957, I believe, Capitol Records, and this was quite nice. Very clean vocal, no auto-tune necessary, and she's not a Ella Fitzgerald clone. They say that she is dramatically different. I think that's overselling things a bit much, but this was a fun surprise, and like just about everything I pick up very cheap. So my theory is there's still a lot of really great cheap records out there, and you know, people say they like to get quality over quantity. I think you can get quantity and quality combined. You know, this one was a bit dinged up. Van Morrison record I didn't have, but I think after I give it a good bath, it'll play all right. Absolutely terrible cover art. And we'll close this one off with my one regularly priced purchase from when I got to Josie. I bought this box set of Bach. Everything else I bought from Josie was a clearance dig, and well, I'll show you that stuff in the next video. I'll show you my half-price books clearance finds and my Josie clearance finds. Had a wonderful time digging in the rain, and oh, so we got my Stefan Grappelli records up on the shelf right now. This is my way of participating in the show your post Django Reinhardt Stefan Grappelli records thread. That's been well, it hasn't really gotten much traction yet, but anyway, I thought I'd take part. As I do love I love jazz violin, and these Stefan Grappelli records can often be found quite cheap out there in the wild, usually $5 or less. So happy spinning, everybody. Look forward to seeing you in the next video.